Well, actually,
Oh.
I brought some gifts.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Damn, all right. Some vitamins?
Oh!
Wait, why did she bring this?
Wait.
I feel like maybe we're a bit tired, you know. Garnt just flew here.
If you're tired, Gone, you should definitely drink this.
Oh, okay. What's this one?
So these are some really fancy things. I don't know. You haven't really said that in Japan, but in every konbini, there's like a wall of these little liquids.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be drank like before drinking or after drinking.
That one.
Maka no genki. What the fuck? This is like give you energy. This is fucked.
Yeah, I actually
Is
I
it?
actually drink one of these every morning now.
Oh, shit.
It actually
okay.
works better for me than a coffee. Yeah. I drank one this morning and I'm feeling good. So
right.
that's
What the
really
fuck?
good.
Wait.
Maka ekisu?
Maka ekisu. Maka is like
What the hell's maka ekisu?
Maka. It's like a ekisu extract.
What the hell?
Are you popping it up?
Yeah.
This one is peparize. This is also for like, I think this is more so for hangovers and stuff like that. This is like a liver kind of drink, so it helps cleanse your liver after a night of drinking. You drink this before you start drinking.
Yeah, that's not an energy drink. That's a hangover cure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, is Mudan bringing us like vodka or something?
Yeah,
Can
that's
we pop
what,
that out?
when you brought out the Yukon, I'm like, oh my god.
We call these magic potions.
But why does it taste like Red Bull? Just
all of them taste like Red Bull.
They all taste like Red Bull, yeah.
like
Yeah.
Pete one time had this thing because there's a drink called Oronamisi.
Oronamisi, yeah.
I can never fucking say that. Oronamisi. It's basically just an energy drink, but I guess it looks like a vitamin, like kind of like a medicine bottle.
Yeah.
And Pete was like, man, I used to drink those all the time when I was sick. I'd have like 4 of them.
Yeah.
I was like, Pete, you know, there's like 20 grams of sugar in one of those. And he's like, oh, I guess I did feel something.
Maybe that's why I felt sick.
I was like, yeah, if you drink 4 energy drinks when you feel sick, you're not going to
you're
feel much
gone.
better.
You're fucking gone, bro.
God, I remember.
Christ.
Yeah, so
bottoms
that's maca. Apparently, is also good for erectile dysfunction. Maca apparently it gets you like mega hard. So
wait, what gets you hard or is it?
it keeps.
I'll give you an update in 20.
Yeah.
That's the trash day special right there.
Entire trash taste episode, but we're all rock hard the whole
Just take a Viagra.
and you will never know which episode it is.
Is Viagra over the counter in Japan?
I have no idea.
I
And-
very much doubt
I
it.
don't
In
think
the
so.
UK, they like a few years ago they made it over the counter.
Really?
So you can just rock up into the store and buy Viagra.
What? Just like at a convenience store?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So this
Try it.
episode is sponsored.
I'm good. My
No.
penis is healthy.
Yeah, but I very much doubt it, just because there's a lot of stuff that are over the counter in other countries. It's just a lot harder to find in Japan. They're
Yeah.
very much.
Just sounds kind of wild, just having a rock hard penis completely out of your control.
But Viagra is only prescription based.
Prescription.
It's prescription based here.
Ah,
very much
yeah.
only
My favorite like insane Mudan fact that you told me that I don't know if you still do this. You told me that you were spending like $1,000 a month on Fiverr just finding editors.
Oh no, that was a long time ago. Like at the beginning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So run through that. Like, how did you?
Well, Connor was like, all right, I'm going to do a highlights channel. I'm going to need editors. And I'm like, okay, I can handle it. And then he was like, all right, 5 hours of footage. He's like, all right, how about 2 videos a week? Can you do more? Can you do 4 videos a week? I'm like, no. Stop, please. But I just needed editors fast. So I went through Fiverr. I spent so much time on Fiverr trying to find different editors.
Yeah.
I would say I found some really solid editors there, like really talented, who are still with me. But I would say out of like 50 people that you test, you find one person who fits.
Yeah.
And that's where you're like, sometimes I'd spend $2,000 and I wouldn't even get like a video that's usable at all.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
So did you find that there was a correlation between how much you paid and how good the editor was?
Yeah. So I'd pay like, there's people who don't charge much.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, all right, I do it for $10.
Yeah.
And then person who's like, I do it for $200. Both same quality.
Really?
Yeah. Like literally,
That's so fucking
if
funny.
it costs over 100, probably shit. It's like
Damn.
the people in the middle who are like 50, around
Yeah.
$50, those are good.
Yeah.
So you find those. A lot of them also do it just to like get the foot in the door. So there have
Right.
been some people who are like, yeah, I'm doing it right now just to have my name out there.
Yeah.
And who have actually like helped, and now they're editing for like bigger YouTubers as well.
Yeah.
Who started at $50, now they're making, a couple of grands.
I mean, I think the biggest thing about being a YouTuber, at least for me personally, because, we do work with a lot of editors as well, it's finding the consistency and finding someone who understands YouTube editing. Because I think
Yeah.
YouTube editing is very, very different from traditional media editing.
No, if somebody does traditional media, I'm instantly like, no, that
Yeah, yeah,
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because relearning is like almost impossible, but you can teach somebody from scratch.
Yeah.
Question right away. What is one of the videos of ours that you've edited that just makes you shudder when you think about it? It's just like the video you're like, not again. Any of our videos.
Probably
It's probably going to be mine.
I could probably answer for me. I'm probably the Japan special, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was
just-
probably that was
so huge. I guess the trash taste special, I was like, it's so fun when I'm in it, but it's kind of like the same with video games. Like you want to get into it, and you know you're going to spend the next 6 hours of your life, at least 6 hours minimum. If you don't have 6 hours of free time, you're not going to start on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I never have 6 hours of free time.
Right.
So it's really hard to like get into the mindset of it.
Right.
Because usually on a daily basis, I go through like 10, 20 videos. And there's just not enough time to like...
What, you'll just open a video for 5 minutes and be like, all right, next video.
No. What do you mean?
You said 10 videos, right? Are you opening a video for like 30 minutes at a piece and then just...
I mean, it can be like 10 minutes, some can be 2 hours, it depends.
Okay.
'Cause, like, my job right now, like, I'm mostly the glue that holds everything together. I'm like the quality control. So sometimes, like, yeah, I go over the video, I'm like, all right, that's cool. Maybe I just change 1 or 2 things. And sometimes I'm like, all right, well, that's like 4 hours of my work just to like get it up to par.
Right.
Yeah. So, is there a video that you look back on that you've edited for like any of us that you're like, this was a tough one. This was a tough one.
I don't...
Are there any like types of videos where you're just like, oh god, this is gonna be a
Anime videos, I hate them so much. No, like, what you do is fine now, but
You'd
I
be
would
happy
say...
to know.
I would say that the old type where you're like, all right, so I'm going through Full Metal Alchemist, and this episode 36, they did that thing.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, all right, well, I have to get the raw footage. I have to go through the entire season, find that one specific moment just for that 2 seconds, and then I have to do it again like 100 times.
I remember when we did the hentai special, I just handed you all the hentai.
Yeah.
And then I guess you had to go through it for the Patreon version and play the bits we were talking about.
Well, that was pretty easy compared to like
Yeah, true,
normal anime
true.
stuff.
Because there's only a
yes.
couple of episodes,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
This is why Mudan doesn't edit for my channel. You know?
Yeah, so how does Alan do it?
So we
He gets paid monthly.
Yeah, he has a salary, which there's a big difference between how we paid Mudan, or I guess how we paid Mudan right now, which is kind of like more of a project basis, where for me and the editing team I have for my channel, it's a salaried kind of based.
Okay.
Because I soon realized that having them watch anime takes time.
Yeah.
And it's weird to get billed for someone being like, it took me 10 hours to watch this many episodes of anime to find the right footage.
Right.
And I'm
You
like,
do forget that sometimes.
yeah, because you don't really factor that in when you're editing, obviously the footage where it's not technically on the timeline. They're just kind of like, maybe they need to watch it to get familiar with the material. So I was just like, I think a salaried kind of like position works better than a freelance position, because having to track your time when you're like just watching anime, it tracks a lot harder as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But I always wanted to ask, what was your opinion when you edited the first Trash Taste episode? And not like the first one we released. So
The 0.
yeah, episode 0. So the patrons will know this. We recorded like an episode 0. Where
Hey, if you want to see that, patreon.com/trash.
yeah. Where it was just like us doing it was mostly just a camera setup test where we were just setting up to see if it looks good. We recorded and then we kept talking until like the camera went out, even though it was like only meant to be a test to see how Mudan could make it look.
Yeah.
What was your initial reactions when you first saw like the Trash Taste and what we were going to be doing?
Damn, that's easy.
So finally something easy.
Finally something easy to do.
So before that, I had like a similar type of content that I was making, and it was so intense and so hard. So like Trash Taste kind of helped me pivot from that
Yeah.
to like this, which is much easier. And I like it. You also handled it pretty well. Like there was no awkwardness. The like walls were, I guess, weirdly empty. And looking back,
because we didn't have any like
Yeah,
things in the
yeah, yeah.
background, right? Yeah.
'cause the camera right now is like really natural. And at the beginning, it also seemed really natural how it was so flat.
Yeah.
And looking back, it's like, whoa, that's weird.
Yeah. When I look back to like our first season Trash Taste episodes, and it goes to the center camera, I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
whoa, I don't remember the camera looking like that. Like,
Well, it was really far away because
Yeah.
we didn't have Well, we didn't have much money, so we kind of just had a camera that had I think a 24mm lens, which made it have to just be like at the end of the room.
Yeah.
Which gives it this really weird look.
Yeah.
Of like, you can tell it's far away, but
It's very, like, wide looking,
It's
yeah.
very, very interesting. And no one could go in the middle of the room. Like, everyone had to be in the corners, because if you went through the middle, you'd be walking past
I don't remember what we even talked about on that like pilot episode.
I don't remember either. It was a long time ago.
What's been your favorite Trash Taste video to edit?
Well, the specials.
All the specials?
I love the specials because it's literally like the closest to TV shows that you make. And I also I love Trash Taste because you don't have me like force me to do anything. It's like full creative freedom. So I can experiment with whatever.
Yeah. Well, because everything you produce is banger, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's all based on a trust system, right? Which is very important.
I mean, that's pretty much what keeps me going, like the creative freedom. Because the moment that somebody's like, all right, here's like 5 sheets of exactly what you have to do, that's when I'm like, okay, this is a job now. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, right.
Because like I remember, it's funny that you said that about anime footage. Because I remember, I think how we found you was you were originally an anime YouTuber, right?
Yeah, we're an attitude.
Like I mean, you still kind of make I can't remember what was the last anime video you've actually like made on your personal channel, because Mudan does actually have a personal channel and personal streams, which you do to, I guess, figure out the logistics and the landscape of the other editing projects that you're going to be doing, I guess. When did you stop doing anime content?
I think like 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
It was, I didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Because I was not
Join the
that
club.
passionate about it.
Happens to everyone eventually, except for this guy.
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, you go through so much anime, everything seems repetitive. And then also, like, if you do reviews, it's like, what new can I say to this? Like, I don't have that natural charisma or, like, ideas to bring to the table.
Right.
Without it going too stale.
Yeah. But I think when I found you, what set you apart immediately from a lot of other AniTubers was just, like, again, like, you had this, like, it wasn't just like a sit in front of a camera, do a review type of thing, you know, go through episodes, throw in a joke, that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I think what made like you and, you know, in the same way that made Gaunt very unique in the AniTube sphere was just that you guys had like your own flavor that made it instantly like, this is a Giga video, or like, this is a Mood On video. And in your case, you were just like going so balls to the walls with your editing. Oh, I remember I was just like, every like 3 seconds, it was just like, oh, there's an After Effects thing. There's an After Effects thing. It just seemed like so over the top. But I think that was like one of the big reasons why I like decided to like get you to edit for me, was just like, no one in the AniTube sphere is editing like this. You know, no one's making videos like this. And I think that's what kind of set you apart from everyone else, you know?
Yeah. Well, when I started AniTube, I only did it for 2 reasons. Because I wanted to be a YouTuber in a way, but I didn't have much to talk about. So it was either video games or anime.
Yeah.
It's like the 2 hobbies. And I already did video games for like a year.
Yeah.
And that got nowhere. So I was like, all right, anime. Fuck it.
Why did you go for video games first?
I don't know. It's more basic. Everybody does it. I wanted to see if it works. But I think the big issue was I did not really, I guess, commit to the community. Because I did not speak to anybody. And in a year of like doing videos, I did not grow at all. But I did learn like a lot of important stuff for editing.
Yeah.
So when I started AniTube, I actually went to like community boards, interacted with members, did like community events, and it was really fun. And that's how I met a lot of people. I think maybe like some of you as well through some of that.
Yeah, I can't remember when I first met you. Must have been some anime expo.
I think at first anime.
It's always anime when, you know, the anime community was still a thing and people met up at Anime Expo.
Good old days.
the good old days.
Yeah.